then they also around the same time interviewed Yaphet Kotto. Now Yaphet Kotto was the one, you know, you may also... I honestly believe Yaphet Kotto is one of the most underrated actors of the last 50 years. You know, there's a trope that talks about... Well, I mean, they even say it in, I believe it was Deep Blue Sea, about how in horror films the black guy gets killed first. Mm-hmm. And let me just go ahead and say this. Alien is a horror film set in space. It's not science fiction. Yeah. And Yaphet Kotto was the last person to get killed in Alien. Yeah. I feel like that needs to be recognized. But anyway, he was like, his Mr. Big, Dr. Kananga, an amazing character, because in the original book, Mr. Big is kind of listed as sort of a buffoon, I guess you might say. And that his portrayal of it was like, I mean, it took it to a whole new level. But anyway, they interviewed him around the same time, and that's all well and good. But what it made me think of was, okay, look at the order of progression that they have done with the new films. They've rebooted and, you know...
Rebooted with Casino Royale.
Mm-hmm. Then they went and they got all of the McClory estate stuff back so they could get Spectre back into the fold.
Right.
Then they start talking to Idris Elba, and then they start, you know, talking to all these other people, and they keep Daniel Craig on for one more. I think, and here's why, I believe they're going to start rebooting the original ones and making them more close to the novels. Mm-hmm. And the next novel after Casino Royale is Live and Let Die. I believe they're going to redo Live and Let Die, and I believe that Idris Elba is going to be Mr. Big.
Oh! I want that now! God damn you, Burton! Oh, I want that now!
But there are so many, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I will always love the original films, but there are certain things from the originals, from the novels.
Super good.
Well, no, but there are certain things from the novels that I would love to see actually be done in the original capacity.
Right.
Like, say, Diamonds Are Forever, because that was basically, you know, that was Howard Hughes.
Yeah.
Do you know what the original novel version of Diamonds Are Forever is?
I don't.
Instead of the Willard White Howard Hughes character, it was Art Goldfinger's twin brother.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, there's...
But let me ask you this. Who would you have played the new Goldfinger whenever they finally do get around to that?
Well, I can't say the person I would have chosen because he's already played a bad guy now.
Oh.
Christoph Waltz. I would totally had him as a Goldfinger.
You know what's weird, though? Okay. You know in the film, they talk about Goldfinger was born in England.
Yeah.
I think like he's actually supposed to be British.
Yeah.
And you know, Gert Frobe, I think it was Gert Frobe.
Yes.
Yeah. Gert Frobe is German, plays Germans in almost everything. Like, I mean, hell, he was a German officer in The Longest Day. Well, anyway, Gert doesn't know a bit of English, so he had to have all of his lines dubbed. My question is, if you have a German that doesn't know any English playing a British person, why are you going to have the person dubbing him speak in a German accent?